Hello and welcome again to another episode, new season, and a continuation of all of our series on Viva Enthusiast. And a big shout and welcome to my fellow connoisseurs, aficionados, and of course enthusiasts. Now friends, on a continuation of this month, which is New Cigars, which is the theme I want to kick off the new season, we are going to continue and finish the last two episodes with two lines that are of my favourites when it comes to New Cigars. Both lines did make it into the New World Top 10 of 2021. However, the last two that we got are both in different vitolas for those lines. And today we're going to sample this one. We have the Don Pepin Garcia Generosos, which is a Toro, a 6" by 50 ring gauge, so it's like a classic Toro. It reminds me pretty much in the Cuban world of two vitolas, a Doble, which is a vitola that is the Monte Cristo Double Edmundo, and the Magnum 50 vitola, which is of course for the Asher Upman Magnum 50. Now, as you know, I love this line. It comes with a beautiful foot there. It is a full Nicaraguan puro. It has a Criollo Oscuro wrapper. See, it's very toothy there. It has, apologies, a Corojo Oscuro wrapper, a Criollo binder, and Nicaraguan fillers. It is said that Don Pepin made this original line, which is said to be his favourite, to mimic the Cubans that they grew up with and first constructed. As you can see, its appearance is fantastic. Veins and seams. It has a Dalchini cassia bark, which is cinnamon type Oscuro Colorado wrapper, colored Colorado wrapper. It's smell of cocoa, has a chocolate wrapper, and the foot was a chocolate barnyard hay. Very lovely. So guys, I have to say, this Toro Generosos 6x50, it's just a lovely vitola, a really lovely vitola. Holding your hand, you can see it's in my hand, it just feels great. It just reminds me a lot of that Magnum 50 and the Double Edmundo. It reminds me more of the Magnum 50. Double Edmundo, I feel the one that just got a bit more pack. This one just feels, it just feels so lovely. You know, when I was lighting it, it just felt so lovely in the hand. See how it is. Lovely toasty flavour. Bit of earth there. Almost a dash of leather, and it's not fully grass, but like kind of like a grassy kind of note comes through. It's got that grassy flavour. Not exactly like a Cuban, no. The Cuban grass is a bit more refined and detailed. This one is a bit more sort of, I don't want to say mineralistic as in like a mineral, but it's a bit more sort of bled with the earth. It is loose straw though. I can feel the wheezing. I don't know if you hear, I could do it a bit closer, you know, if you hear the wheezing. I mean, it's not overly loose, but you can hear that little wheeze where obviously when they do it on a draw test and you spin it, spin it, spin it, spin it, just create it on. At the moment, it's nice. Lovely opening. Lovely grassy flavours, cedars, a little bit of pepper, black pepper and cayenne pepper coming in, a little bit of white pepper also mixing in, a bit of woody flavour as well. and then a little bit of earth. It's very lovely at the moment. I mean, there's a reason why this is probably camera's not picking up quite clear, but there's a reason why this one is probably one of my favorite, if not my favorite, New World blends entirely. It's just a lovely blend, and this is, I know it's just the opening, but this is like the third Vitola I've had it in now, and I just find it lovely. I just wish I had a box of Fundadores and Robustos. And I thought when I got this it would be too good, but you know what? This is a lovely shape in the hand. It just feels so lovely in the hand when I'm rolling the hand. It just feels lovely to hold. It does, it really does. So I'll come back to you. Retro is in there, and a bit of coffee flavour coming through as well. Lovely, it's very lovely. I'll come back to you guys in a little bit later on, and I'll update you. Hey guys, so we are here. Second, third stage. This is the burn. A little wonky, and that little bit there was because as I was going, so it was like here, and I saw a little burning hole there. So you know what I'm saying about that wheezing noise? Obviously it was some type of underfill, and that's why it's got that little, you see it, that little bit that comes out, sticks out, that ash. That's why. As you see, it goes right onto where that underfills were burning. As I alluded last year about New World construction, definitely is not the greatest, and I've had way better Cubans. But mine's that small thing because it hasn't actually affected anything. This is pretty decent. Come to the second third, it's calmed down the flavours a bit now, so not as much of those peppers, those cayenne peppers and woody cedars. It's a bit more of an earthy flavour really. Earthy, grassy. Got some levers in there as well. It's now getting a bit of spice. Just tickling the back of my throat and my tonsils. Just a little bit, it's tickling now. It's meant to be full-bodied. And up until that path, I would say medium-bodied. I'm not saying it's full yet, but it may now just be turning into where it's supposed to be full-bodied. Maybe the Lancero, the Ligero tobaccos are now starting to kick in. But so far this is very nice, you know. It's not Esplendidos or Bihiki, you know, flavoursome, where, you know, it's really punching me flavours and I'm just blowing up my world. But it's good. I don't know what it is, right? But Nicaraguans, for me, they just don't have a very good base flavour. You know, I do predominantly probably prefer the Dominican base flavour, but they just don't really have great of a base flavour, most of them that I've had, pretty much most of them. But this one, it just has such a great, it's just such a great blend. I don't know, like they've done such a good job in this. The base flavour note is so good. It's so enjoyable. You know, this is, I wouldn't ever call this a yard cigar. I would call this a happy cigar. I'll definitely have boxes of these Robustos and Fundadores, and I'll probably have maybe a couple packs as well. Or maybe even have a box of all three, Robustos, Fundadores and the Generosos. So I think they're all three just perfect sizes. And yeah, it's very enjoyable. So I'm probably going to come midway up to the big boy band. So up to right here in the third, and then I'll wrap up and give you some numbers. But so far, very enjoyable. As always, why it's one of my favourites, especially New Worlds. Yeah, just love it. Don Pepin Garcia. So guys, we are here at the last stage. See the burn constructions come back beautifully. Ash is lovely now, some pennies and dimes. I'm going to wrap up here because I want to enjoy the last bit. Best one so far of the series, quite frankly. Am I surprised? No, because I told you I like this line already. It's not biased, different Rotolas. I really do like this Rotola as well. Like I said, I was hesitant when I first got it. I was like, yeah, let me get the Toro, see what the Toro's about. I didn't. You guys know my experience already with New Worlds, especially with Toros. They just die off and not too flavoursome. And by this size, like I said, it's like a Magnum 50 or a double in one, but it reminds me a lot of the Magnum 50. The Magnum 50 is not overly too packed. It's packed, but it's like a slender. It's like a slender Rotola, but the double Endermundo is a bit more of a thicker pack of a Rotola. But this has been great, really. It's very consistent as well. Beautiful. So, the Don Pepin Garcia Generosos original burn 5 out of 5. I said no issues. Construction gave it back up a couple points. Was initially about 4.3, 4.5 because of that underfill, and then when I took the first band off, the wrapper came off, but it actually held up quite nicely, and it's come back beautifully. No issues. When it came off, it didn't actually have any issues, so 5 out of 5. Flavor Pro finish. Ooh, I don't know if I'm being a bit strict on this. Yeah, I'm gonna say 4.3. I initially put 4 here, but I'm gonna say 4.3 because there's early flavors with the peppers, when it came with the peppers, and it's got some level nuances now. It's mainly coming off of just very smooth earth flavors and some level nuances, but obviously earlier I had that woody and cedars. It had those white, red, and cayenne peppers. You know, it's quite nice. It hasn't, for as much that cocoa smell that it's got in it, it actually hasn't had any cocoa flavour tasting at all. But it is lovely. Like I said, this has been rested for 16 months. It's lovely. It's lovely. So I'm going to say 4.3 for that. Transition 4 out of 5. I think that's fair. It's been very consistent throughout. Needed something to really go on big with that earth for it to transition off fairly well better. But 4 out of 5 is good, really good score. Good score as well. Finish, I've gone 4.3 out of 5. Like I said, it's nice, easy, it's comfortable, it's a good output. There isn't much going for retro. Funny enough, actually, when I do that, yeah, there isn't really much going for retro. Everything comes through the draw. Nothing really comes through in the retro, which is why I haven't really spoken anything about retro. Just nothing really comes of it. But everything, it's a great delight. So altogether, that is. Well, I need to do a recalculation of the 4 out of 5 because 0.86, 0.86, 88. Okay, that's going to be about 4.52, about 4.52, if not wrong, 4.62 maybe out of 5. But altogether that is 22.6 now because of the, so 22.6 out of 25. So very good, solid cigar. That actually 22.6 would have made a top 25 list. So that's a big indication. It definitely beats the Oliva Milano. Oliva Milano is a good one, but this is just better for me. It's just better. It's just an all-round better. And like I said, I'd happily. This is probably one of the only new worlds. With the next one, hopefully we're gonna have the next episode, which this one definitely for sure I'd happily have boxes of. Happily in this total format, the Robustos, which is also in the Invictos, or the Fundadores, which is the Lancero. It's the exact same shape and length ring gauge as the Trinidad Fundadores. It's the same. It's the Fundadores 14 ring gauge by 7 and 3x or whatever it is. So yeah guys, Don Pepin Garcia original blue. I'm not even sure if I'm really gonna even try it. I mean, obviously I've tried my father. I'm not even sure if I'm really gonna try it. So he's got the Cuban flag there, you can see. I'm not sure if I'm really gonna try much more of the others, you know. I don't want to ruin the experience I'll have with this as it is, you know. I'd rather just be happy with these. But I might in time, you know, like try the black wine. The black one's supposed to be the classic blend, and again, kind of original. But we'll see. At the moment, I'm just very happy with this blend, and I love it very much. So, guys, definitely get these into your hummies, and I'll join you for the next one of our last episode of the New World series. Take care. Viva.